de-stress, or just plain play. With flexible membership options to help you achieve your fitness goals. Open 7 days a week. Visit the Gillette Fitness Center, located on the BSU campus in Bemidji.
Hi, I'm Erica at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. I assist the doctors with patient care, exams, therapy, and x-rays. Call us to find out how we can help get you out of pain today.
Well, good morning. Sport and Spinal Weekly here in the second week of February, actually. Yeah, I'm correct on that. 2 full weeks now. Doesn't feel like February weather, and we'll certainly take what we have. Sport and Spinal Weekly in the studio with me, Dr. Eric Levike from Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Good morning.
Good morning.
What we're going to be talking about here this afternoon and this morning is headaches. And that ranges from how and why we get them to how and why we treat them. Everybody's got one, right?
Well, there's a certain classification of headaches. You know, there's different types of headaches, different causes of headaches. So I think the most important thing for, like any condition, any dis-ease or pain, is to diagnose it properly. You know, if you know what you're dealing with, of course, then you can treat appropriately. So that's definitely the main component is to diagnose them properly through a good examination, thorough examination, orthopedic testing, neurologic testing, range of motion. I mean, it's got to be a good physical examination, including all those things above that I just mentioned.
Now, you specialize in the, see if I can get it again, myofascial?
Myofascial, release techniques.
Now,
which is a deep tissue, like in lay terms, deep tissue massage.
No, so now let's say somebody that needs that because they're ailing in a certain situation, and they tell you, I always have headaches. Is there like a combination to that we can have a certain a problem with our body somewhere and it's causing a headache, or am I just imagining things?
Yeah, I would say without a doubt, close to 90% of headaches is caused by something else than a very serious illness, like a tumor, or a space-occupying lesion, or hypertension, or there are definitely trigger of headaches. And there's typical migraine headaches. Could be a vascular problem, could be a hormonal problem, could be various things can trigger headaches. But I'd say about 85 to 90% of the times it's something benign, and it's relating to the musculoskeletal system and mainly to the neck. So that's a pretty high percentage there, and I'm not exaggerating.
I would imagine
this is very extremely common, that the origin of headaches is cervicogenic, we call it, or soft tissue to the neck, joints to the neck, muscles to the neck. I mean, pertaining somewhat to the cervical area.
And so many people, I don't know if it's just the habit of us today, but first thing we'll say is, I'll take a Advil or something, right? I'm going to take you don't hear people say aspirin so much anymore. At our house, get an ibuprofen or an Advil, right? That's
exactly.
Everybody's quick first thing to do.
Well, I think that's the Western medicine more and more. It's a quick fix, you got a headache, what do? Take a pill. You'll take the headache away, you'll feel better.
But that doesn't mean your problem's solved.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a Band-Aid, right?
Yeah. You haven't found out what's the cause of your headache, and of course, people can take these pills like candy. I mean, I see patients regularly, not only for headaches but for back pain or other aches, knee pain or hip pain, taking 5, 6, 10 ibuprofens a day, and it keeps the edge off, keeps them going, but it's not a permanent fix. And of course, it's hard on your liver, it's hard on your organs. If you have ulcers, you can develop some GI bleeding. I mean, it can lead to other things. So it's definitely something you don't want to do for too long.
Well, I know that sometimes when I'm dehydrated, I get a headache. And I learned that the opposite way. I got a headache. Have you been drinking enough water? No. So then I drink enough water. Are there some things that keep hydrated can help you avoid headaches, but are there some other things that we can do without going and getting an Advil or a Bayer or an aspirin?
Well, definitely if you have a headache, once every 6 months or once a year, maybe just a fluke thing, you slept wrong
Just deal
or
with
whatever. Yeah. Take an Advil.
Okay.
But if you have regular headaches and recurrent headaches that are, sometimes have people every day, daily headaches, weekly headaches, a couple times a month. If it's kind of a reoccurrent thing, I would say get a good exam. Get a good exam, and we'll do a full orthopedic, like I said, neurologic, range of motion, examination of your neck, upper extremities, back, spine, and then we can rule out things, and then we can rule in things, and then we'll give you options for treatment. And we won't do anything until it makes sense to you, and we'll give you some literature and things that you can research, and if it's good to go, and then we know what's generating your pain and we can fix it, then let's come up with a plan on doing that.
Well, I suppose that's the other thing. If you were to make an appointment, say I have these headaches, and then you guys do your probing and questions, and then maybe you uncover something that's more than just a headache. And that maybe it's something that I don't want to say that's severe or anything, but certainly that your body needs some fixing or some adjustments.
Yeah, I would say the pain is probably the last or the least reliable thing to count on, as far as if there's a problem. Pain is the last thing that you'll feel.
Oh.
But, I mean, the brain is trained to rely on that. I mean, they'll tell you there's pain, there's a problem. Don't ignore that. I mean, you got a headache. There's a reason for that.
And there's probably a chance that this has been going an ongoing thing in your body, and now it's finally letting you know, okay, we're at this point where you might have damage or something that needs to be adjusted or changed, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's like I take the analogy with dentistry. They've done a really good job at preventative and getting you in once every 6 months, once every 3 months, sometimes once a year. It's like a toothache. You get a very tiny cavity. Are you going to feel that? No, you're not going to feel it till it touches the nerve, or till there's a big enough gap in there to make the nerve sensitive, and that could have been there for 5-6 months, sometimes 9 months, a year, within you not knowing it, and then pain occurs.
There you go.
6-9 months later, and now it's like, okay, now we need a filling, or we need whatever, we need to deal with it.
That's a perfect analogy, Doctor. So headaches, I'm sure that listeners can go to the website. You guys have stuff on the website that will maybe give them a little guidance?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the best way, like I said, is to get in and get an exam. We could do like on our the big shows that we do. Come and see us, the Sport and Spinal.
Oh, there you go.
The Sport and Travel show's coming up, and we always run specials, and you can come on in, get a coupon, or go on our website. There's always specials there, and there's always a way we can get a free consult, actually, and come in and just take a look at you, and it's totally free. And then we'll see if there's a component that we could fix. If it's musculoskeletal, we'll be honest with you. We'll go from there. If it's not, then we'll tell you where to go.
Yeah, the worst thing that could happen is that you need some repairs, right?
Exactly.
The best thing is you guys say, well, I guess you just have some headaches once in a while. Maybe ibuprofen or something wouldn't be bad for you, and we'll see you next time.
And one thing that is, I'd say, fun about headaches. There's nothing fun about headaches. Well, it's easy to fix.
Oh, true.
They respond quick. Okay, so if it's musculoskeletal, if we treat the neck and it's the cause of the pain, and the myofascial component is removed, and the joint dysfunction is removed, and that's what's generating the pain, usually within, let's say, 4-6 visits, it's quick. I mean, you'll feel the change within usually a couple weeks. So it's something that responds really, really quick to treatment.
And I'm sure you guys get this a lot. I've had this headache for like the last half year. And you guys say, why didn't you come in sooner?
Like a daily headache. And people are just like, well, I know they've consulted, other professionals, but nobody really came up with a good treatment or a relief. So we're a lot of times, Mark, we're the last resort.
I suppose.
And then people come in and they're like, you know what, I've tried neurology, I've tried this, I've tried medication, 3 types, I've tried acupuncture, I've tried whatever, and then finally they say, you know what, I've heard that chiropractors could treat headaches. It's like, duh, come on, this is our bread and butter. And then finally they get a good eval, and we don't always. I mean, we're not
Right.
God. I mean,
Right.
I'm not pretending I can cure everything. But like I said, in 85 to 90% of the cases, the origin is cervical. So we can either alleviate, decrease, or eliminate completely the headaches.
And then if it is that easy, and they're like, "Oh, I should have came saw you," but on the other side, you guys may uncover a serious issue or problem.
Yeah, definitely. When we do a full eval, we'll do X-rays. I mean, there could be something under there that we uncover, and then could necessitate a referral to a different professional and address that as well. So yeah, definitely it could be the cause.
Dr. Levike, thanks for coming in today.
That's good. Good to talk to you.
Sport and Spinal Weekly continues. Get more online at Chiropractic Sport and SpinalRehab.com.
Has your vehicle been making noise? Get your vehicle repair done by the best. Bemidji's Best Auto Service. Bemidji's Best Auto Service is a full-service auto maintenance and repair shop. From headlights to taillights, tires to the top, and everything in between. Bemidji's Best offers honest and always a fair price. It's what they believe in and how they do business. When your vehicle needs a little help, visit Bemidji's Best Auto Service. Just a block north of the Eagles Club on Washington Avenue in Bemidji. Bemidji's Best Auto Service.
Preventing work injuries in the workplace is especially important in this economy when employers need to reduce costs related to work injuries. Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab in Bemidji offers complimentary back safety talks to local businesses with options of complete training and certification, which could potentially reduce workers' compensation claims and insurance costs for employers. If you or your workplace is interested in back safety, please call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab in Bemidji to schedule your back safety talk today.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, insurance specialist at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Call me to find out how your insurance benefits can help pay for your care. You can contact me for all of your insurance and financial questions.
Get fit now at the Gillette Fitness Center, located on the BSU campus in Bemidji. Go for a swim, run a few laps, take a yoga class, or just work out. It's all here for you. The Gillette Fitness Center offers state-of-the-art equipment and facilities that will help you slim down, tone up, de-stress, or just plain play. With flexible membership options to help you achieve your fitness goals. Open 7 days a week. Visit the Gillette Fitness Center, located on the BSU campus in Bemidji. Your recovery from injury is so important to you and your family. If you or someone you love is in need of physical or occupational therapy, request Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You do have the right to choose where you receive therapy services. Choice Therapy will work closely with your physician, giving every patient the highest quality care possible. Choice Therapy also offers free 15-minute injury consultations to see if therapy will help you return to top form. Your life, your health, your choice. Choice Therapy of Bemidji.
Have you had the misfortune of experiencing an injury recently? Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab of Bemidji is equipped with a comprehensive treatment and rehab program for auto, work, and sports-related injuries.
Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab also offers a complete wellness program for all your health needs. They're committed to helping you achieve and maintain your good health. Call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab at 444-2117 and visit them online at www.sportandspinalrehab.com. That website again is www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Sport and Spinal Rehab treats the whole family in a comfortable, friendly atmosphere. Sport and Spinal accepts most insurance, so give us a call. Again, that's 444-2117. Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Renew your whole body, your whole family, your whole life.
River City's weather.
From the River Weather Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Mandy Valuber. We have an extreme cold warning continuing for the area. Blend of clouds and sunshine, cold high of 2, winds out of the northwest. Clear skies for tonight, northwest winds, a low of 14 degrees below zero. Saturday we'll have a blend of clouds and sunshine developing, high of 9, 21 degrees by Sunday with plenty of sunshine. Currently, 6 below.
Hi, I'm Erica at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. I assist the doctors with patient care, exams, therapy, and x-rays. Call us to find out how we can help get you out of pain today.
All right, Sport and Spinal Weekly, we are back. Just finished up a fun little conversation with Dr. Erickson, Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab, as we were, talking about their additional location in Kelliher now, and Jason Bodina, Choice Therapy. Hello, sir.
Hi.
And then we were talking about you guys are joining them up there. You guys have a location up there, and then we said then you got new plans for the future for a new Bemidji location that's coming up. We'll talk about that later. But then you said, and we should talk about Bagley and where else?
We also have Bagley Outpatient, which provides the physical, occupational, and speech therapy. We have a outpatient clinic in Clearbrook as well that provides all three phases of therapy. We also have, along with Kelliher, what Dr. Erickson talked about, we have North Home. In our long-term care, we provide outpatient services in there as well. All three services of physical, occupational, and speech.
Wow.
And when I look at it, we also have outpatient services in Black Duck. So, quite a few places in the area.
I guess. Is there any plans for additional expansion? I know you've got the north and the west covered.
Yep, right now we're doing pretty well. Keeping those, we're at capacity, keeping those places going. We are pretty excited here in Bemidji. We're going to be teaming up with Snap Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to move into our new facility April 1st.
So that's coming up. And if people are like, you guys are close to that now, right? You're right across the street.
We're right across from the street from that new building. It's right on Ann Street.
Right.
And we're super excited about moving in to that new facility come April 1st.
Now, in all the towns that you mentioned, do you have a standalone facility in each? Or are you in different departments, maybe with a clinic or something?
Well, in Clearbrook, we can start in Clearbrook. We are in the Good Samaritan Center, providing outpatient services in there. At Bagley, we are in the Cornerstone assisted living facility. We have a facility in there for therapy. In Black Duck, we're with the Good Sam nursing home with rehab services in there. North Home, we're in the long-term care facility and treating long-term care patients along with anybody in the community that needs outpatient services. In Kelliher, with Dr. Erickson, we are in the old school.
Okay, perfect. And then Sanford is in that same location as well?
Sanford has a family practice clinic in there as well, so you can go and see your family practice doctor, come and see the chiropractor, and come and see us.
Well, and I bet the community really likes that.
Yes, it's one, you have all your health care in one facility, which is really nice. They have a workout facility as well in the Kelliher building, the old school.
Oh, nice.
And so that is a really good facility for the community in that area.
Well, yeah, and towns that size don't traditionally have, that much featured health care. So, when I say I'm sure they appreciate it, I mean, because they've been driving to Bemidji or who else knows for how long, forever.
Well, think about it. If you had to drive 60 miles, 65 miles for a 45-minute to 1 hour appointment, how much fun is that?
Right.
And now you can get those services right in Kelliher. And so the community of Kelliher, the people up there are really excited about us being there, Sport and Spinal being there, and the Sanford Family Practice Clinic.
And I know you've brought it up before, and I guess I was just paying attention now, but you say 3 phases of therapy. And you mentioned speech is one of them. Yeah. Sometimes we all just kind of get in this mindset that it's all physical, right? It's all you.
Yeah, you get in the mindset where we provide the 3 phases of therapy. Physical therapy, which a lot of people are familiar with. That's the most common. We also have occupational therapy, which is a little bit different than physical therapy. They work a lot on upper extremities. They work on your fine motor tasks as far as your hands, office ergonomics, and posture, things like that. Along with speech therapy, our speech therapists are going to work with people after a stroke. They're going to work with young kids that have a difficult time speaking, can't say their whole vocabulary of words. They'll be able to help those people with all of that. Now, I'm probably shortchanging them a little bit because I'm a physical therapist. So that's one more reason to come to Kelliher and talk to our speech therapist next Tuesday.
I mean, you bring that up, and now a town like Kelliher has even additional services and more than just physical therapy. Not knocking the physical therapy, but for a town like Kelliher to have a speech therapist to be in there, that's awesome.
Yes, so we can provide all 3 phases of therapy for anybody, anywhere from 6 months old to 96 years old, and we can provide all 3 phases: physical, occupational, and speech.
And I suppose there's certain, I don't want to say it, old people always need physical therapy, but I suppose as we get older and our bones need, maybe we break something, or we're just not as mobile as we used to be, so we need that therapy as we get older, correct?
We do. We need that therapy. We see a fair amount of people that are 60 years old and older, but we also see we have a number of people in our clinics that come in that are 6 months old, a year old, that are having some problems. Maybe a kid is 18 months old and can't walk yet. So we see a lot of different age groups, per se, in our...
I suppose sports, too.
And then sports. We see a lot of athletes that have injuries. Once again, in Kelliher, we'll take Kelliher, for example. If they're an athlete and they get hurt, they would have to drive 60 miles for therapy to Bemidji. Well, that's quite a ways.
Right.
And so we can provide those services right there. So our therapist will see him right in that clinic, and the school is right across the street.
Perfect.
Our therapist would go right over there and talk to him right with the coaches and collaborate with the coaches and or the teachers in the school.
Oh, specialized.
Yeah, we will custom. Customized therapy is what we'll provide for
See,
our
living in a
patients.
small town doesn't have to be limited anymore.
Nope, it doesn't. You know, we have the ability to get our therapists out to you.
You know, is it because part of the industry, is it more affordable for you guys? And we know that you want to reach patients that it's tough for them to, because they need your services. But has the new technology maybe, and just the way the world is, it easier for you guys to go to a small little town like that? Because, you know, some businesses might say, well, that couldn't be profitable. Why would, there's a lot more to it than because you guys are looking at the aspect of, I'm sure you already have clients that are already up there, and you're providing even a better service because you're there.
We're getting, if you look at it from a business standpoint, we're helping the people over there that would say, it's too far, I can't go to therapy. Just like Dr. Erickson with the chiropractic care, he's getting patients from the area that say, I'm just going to have to live with the pain.
And they don't have to.
Because I can't drive. Now they don't have to. They can come and see us in the clinics. And we have people, a good example is our main therapist over in Kelliher is Marnie Waldo, and she lives in the area.
Oh, well, they all know Marnie.
So they all know Marnie, and they all come to see Marnie, and that works out great. She lives right in the area.
Well, that's awesome. Now, you guys have, there's a celebration coming up next Tuesday in Kelliher.
We have the celebration coming up next Tuesday from 3 to 7, so come on in and have a bowl of chili and check out all of our facilities over there. Come and talk to our therapists. Talk to our speech therapist. Her name is Amber Nickerson. She'll be able to explain a lot more of what she does as far as speech therapy, and you may be able to benefit from her services.
And you guys will be able to provide information, maybe a person's insurance, maybe they're already getting some therapy services, but now having something like this in their town, maybe they want to make an adjustment to that?
Correct. They can, if they're already coming in, and we can answer any questions that they have about any types of aches or pains that they have, any questions that they have, any insurance questions that they may have. If they're at all skeptical about any of their health care, come and talk to us that
And you
day.
guys don't need a referral either, like Dr. Erickson. You don't have to have a referral to go see Dr. Erickson. You guys don't need a referral to see you guys either.
For most of the insurances, we don't need a referral. With people that are under Medicare, we do need a referral for those people. But usually we work with all the doctors hand in hand, and it's fairly simple. But there's a lot of people that we see nowadays without a doctor's referral. That being said, we do work closely with all the doctors, so we get a very comprehensive plan of care for our patients.
So like Dr. Erickson was saying, a team. You'll have a team of
yes
medical providers for you.
Yes, and what's nice in Kelliher is it's all in the same building.
Yeah.
You can go to Sanford Health for family practice. You can come and see us for your therapy needs, see Dr. Erickson at Sport and Spinal, and it's all in one building. They also have a workout facility there, so once you're done with all your needed health care, continue to exercise, and you have your healthcare professionals in that same building.
Yeah. Is the post office pretty close and the coffee shop too? Or just
Yeah.
make one little run and your needs are set in Kelliher.
They are. It's nice to see a small community like that to get those types of services and allow the community to thrive. That's just going to strengthen and build that community.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose that there's no pun intended, but what do they say? A healthy community is a strong community?
That's
like
right.
that?
A healthy community is a strong community.
Yeah, it's got to begin with providers, right?
That's correct.
Jason, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Mark, and thanks for having me on.
You bet.
Questions for the doctors? Email your question to ssweekly@paulbunyan.net. This is Sport and Spinal Weekly on 92.1 The River.
Have you ever been told you just have to live with the pain? Far too many people today are living needlessly with pain and taking drugs to hide their pain. Every day, many people just like you are learning chiropractic care can be an effective alternative to drugs and surgery while restoring pain-free living.
For quality chiropractic care, call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab of Bemidji at 444-2117. Whether caused by an auto accident, work injury, or other circumstance, receive expert treatment from Sport and Spinal Rehab. Sport and Spinal Rehab will accept most insurance, so give them a call. That number again is 444-2117, or find them on the web at www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. Renew your whole body, your whole family, your whole life.
For more information, visit Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab online at www.sportandspinalrehab.com.
Has your vehicle been making noise? Get your vehicle repair done by the best. Bemidji's Best Auto Service. Bemidji's Best Auto Service is a full-service auto maintenance and repair shop. From headlights to taillights, tires to the top, and everything in between. Bemidji's Best offers honest and always a fair price. It's what they believe in and how they do business. When your vehicle needs a little help, visit Bemidji's Best Auto Service. Just a block north of the Eagles Club on Washington Avenue in Bemidji. Bemidji's Best Auto Service.
Your recovery from injury is so important to you and your family. If you or someone you love is in need of physical or occupational therapy, request Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You do have the right to choose where you receive therapy services. Choice Therapy will work closely with your physician, giving every patient the highest quality care possible. Choice Therapy also offers free 15-minute injury consultations to see if therapy will help you return to top form. Your life, your health, your choice. Choice Therapy of Bemidji. You're listening to Sport and Spinal Weekly on 92.1 The River.
All right, we'll wrap things up here. Sport and Spinal Weekly here for this Friday. Dr. Eric Levike, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Mark.
And, if you have a headache, see the doctors at Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. They'll probably they'll be able to either help you,
Well, diagnose you, and
get you going in the right direction.
Exactly.
If they can't take your headache away. All right, Dr. Levike, every week, Dr. Erickson and yourself, give us a tip. Our tip this week.
Let's say watch out for these when you're walking, icy patches. I mean, I've seen a lot of patients with this nice and mild weather. We get the snow melts, and then you don't expect an area to be icy because it's just froze overnight, and then bam, you go down, hurt your elbow, or sprain your shoulder, hit your head. So just be aware.
Walk safely.
Exactly.
You have a great weekend, sir.
You're welcome.
Get fit now at the Gillette Fitness Center, located on the BSU campus in Bemidji. Go for a swim, run a few laps, take a yoga class, or just work out. It's all here for you. The Gillette Fitness Center offers state-of-the-art equipment and facilities that will help you slim down, tone up, de-stress, or just plain play. With flexible membership options to help you achieve your fitness goals. Open 7 days a week. Visit the Gillette Fitness Center, located on the BSU campus in Bemidji.
Preventing work injuries in the workplace is especially important in this economy when employers need to reduce costs related to work injuries. Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab in Bemidji offers complimentary back safety talks to local businesses with options of complete training and certification, which could potentially reduce workers' compensation claims and insurance costs for employers. If you or your workplace is interested in back safety, please call Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab in Bemidji to schedule your back safety talk today.
Thanks for listening to Sport and Spinal Weekly, brought to you by Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab. For more information, call 218-444-2117. Email ssweekly@paulbunyan.net or visit Chiropractic Sport and Spinal Rehab, north of Beltrami Electric in the Technology Park. Join us again next week for another edition of Sport and Spinal Weekly.
River City's weather.
From the River Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Mandy Valuber. We have an extreme cold warning continuing for the area. Blend of clouds and sunshine, cold high of 2, winds out of the northwest. Clear skies for tonight, northwest winds, a low of 14 degrees below zero. Saturday we'll have a blend of clouds and sunshine developing, high of 9, 21.
WMISFL, Black Bemidji 90.
Fox News Radio, I'm Dave Anthony.
No woman's health should depend on who she is, or where she works, or how much money she makes.
But President Obama is offering an accommodation to angry religious leaders upset over a new mandate. Faith-based organizations must offer workers free birth control. Fox News Radio's Mike Makowitz live at the White House.
In an issue said to have become personal to him, President Obama offers an accommodation will be exempt from the mandate, which shifts to their health insurance plans. Those plans will be exempt from the mandate, which shifts to their health insurance plans. Those plans must now give those services free of charge. The president says that preserves his original goal.
Under the rule, women will still have access to free preventive care. That includes contraceptive services, no matter where they work.
An Association of Catholic Healthcare Organizations praised the accommodation, but a group that sued over the rules calls it a false compromise. Dave?
Mike, Republicans trying to take the president's job say this controversy really isn't about contraception.
It's about economic liberty. It's about freedom of speech. It's about freedom of religion. It's about government control of your lives, and it's got to stop.
Rick Santorum rallying conservatives at their big Washington conference. Mitt Romney will soon take the stage, Newt Gingrich later. A new Fox poll shows Santorum surging, leaping from 17% in surveys right before he won 3 Republican contests Tuesday to 30% right after, tying him with Romney. Jerry Sandusky's trial date set for May 14th.
There have been no plea discussions. We don't anticipate plea discussions.
The ex-Penn State coach's attorney maintains Sandusky did not molest boys, and he's trying to stop prosecutors from finding a jury outside the State College area.
Sandusky is also asking for changes in his bail. He wants it changed so that he can spend time with some of his 11 grandchildren. He also wants the right to leave his home when necessary to accompany investigators working on his defense.
That's Fox's David Lee Miller outside the court in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
At all, especially when you're talking about something as important as your mortgage. Hey everybody, especially when you're talking about something as important as your mortgage. Hey everybody, Jay Farner here, and I'd like to introduce the Yorgage from Quicken Loans. That's right, the Yorgage. Our Yorgage is better than a traditional mortgage because it conforms to your goals. It's a fixed-rate home loan that allows you to custom design a term that works best for you, anywhere from 8 to 30 years. Let's say you've got 8 years left on your mortgage and you want to refinance to a lower interest rate. Our 8-year fixed Yorgage can help. We keep your term short and we lower your monthly payment. The rate today on an 8-year fixed Yorgage is an amazing 2.875%, APR 3.5%. So give Quicken Loans a call today at 866-QUICKEN. That's 866-QUICKEN. Or go to QuickenLoans.com. The Quicken Loans Yorgage. Everything we do is engineered to amaze.
Individual results may vary. Call for additional cost information. Other restrictions may apply. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
From the Fox Business Network, stocks moving lower after Greece's bailout deal was put on hold. Greek leaders had agreed to private sector wage cuts, civil service layoffs, and cuts in government spending, but other Eurozone ministers say the cuts weren't deep enough. Just past noon Eastern, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 110 points, red arrows across the board. The Commerce Department says exports to Europe grew in December. The overall trade deficit widened to $48.8 billion, but some economists remain concerned the region's debt crisis will still weigh on the